Do you ever look back at your childhood and wonder, when did it all end? When was the last time I played outside with my friends or cuddled up with my parents and watched a cute little Disney movie? It's a feeling that we've all felt, looking outside at kids enjoying their childhood, or walking through your old school and reminiscing on what you used to have. But there was no moment for it. No thing that happened to you told you, this is when it ends, it just did. And there's nothing you can do but grow up because time keeps moving. But what really is growing up? Because it's so much more than just growing physically. You grow as a person. As you grow up, life gets slowly more complicated. As a kid, you're worrying about what toys to play with or what you want for Christmas. But as you get older, you begin to care about what other people think about you. Whether you should go to that party, what college to go to, and eventually you're paying bills and you have so much on your plate. The simple life as a kid was easy, and we miss it because of that. As you grow up, you become more aware of time. Days and weeks were enjoyable as a kid, but getting older they fly by, and it just feels like you're getting older faster. As a kid, you'd go to school and get home and play, do what you enjoy, and every day felt like a new experience. But growing up, you wake up, get ready, go to work or school, get home, do more work, then go to sleep. Every day feels the same, and any fun you have gets drowned out by the monotony. As an adult, it's hard to live. You barely know what you're doing, which is weird because as a kid you'd look to adults and say they have everything figured out, but really they never did. Working is hard and hanging out with friends is hard to do because you really don't know what you should be doing. Which is fine as a kid because that's the whole point, is to not know anything. But as an adult you're expected to know things even when you don't. Growing up is realizing that adults were never these perfect people who understood everything. They were just people trying their best. When you're a kid, your parents feel larger than life, like they always know the answer and nothing can hurt them. But getting older means realizing they were learning too. They were stressed too. They were scared too. And eventually you become that person. Suddenly younger kids look at you the same way you used to look at adults, like you have everything figured out, even when you don't. And that feeling is terrifying because nobody really prepares you for how confusing growing up actually is. There's pressure to know what career you want, where your life's going, who you want to become, but most of the people are figuring things out day by day. Even adults with jobs and houses and families still feel lost sometimes. They make mistakes. They still don't know if they're doing the right thing. I think one of the strangest parts of growing up is realizing nobody truly becomes an adult. You just slowly gain more responsibilities while still feeling like the same person you were years ago. The kid you used to be never fully disappears. They just get buried underneath stress and expectations and time. And maybe that's why growing up feels so uncomfortable. Because part of you wants to move forward, but the other part still misses when life feels simple. But that simplicity didn't end in an instant. It was a gradual ending. The little things went, and over time being a kid withered away. And it hurts because all the little things you lost you can never get back. Nobody notices when childhood actually ends because there's never some dramatic final moment. It's quiet. One day your friends knock on your door asking if you can come outside, and eventually that stops happening. One day your parents pick you up and carry you to bed after you fall asleep on the couch, and then one day they never do it again, because you got too big. Tiny moments disappear after one another until they become memories instead of normal life. And that's the weirdest part. When those moments are happening, they don't feel important. They just feel normal. You assume they'll always be there, so you never stop to appreciate them. But years later, those tiny moments become the things that you miss the most. Maybe growing up isn't really about becoming a completely different person. Maybe it's about learning how to live with change. Learning that people drift apart, places change, and life keeps moving no matter how badly you want certain moments to stay. But even though growing up hurts sometimes, I don't think that means childhood is truly gone. The things you loved as a kid still become part of you. The memories, the excitement, the wonder, they stay somewhere deep down even when life becomes harder. So maybe that's why nostalgia feels so powerful. It's not just remembering the past, it's remembering a version of yourself that experienced the world differently. A version of yourself that saw the world as bigger, brighter, and full of possibility. Growing up means losing things, but it also means understanding why those things mattered in the first place. As a kid, summers felt endless. Like you could have fun forever. You could spend every day outside doing things with your friends. It was fun. You'd wake up early just to get excited to go do something, even if it was small. Riding bikes around the neighborhood, playing games until the sun went down, staying out until the streetlights came on. Somehow every single day felt important. Even boring days felt memorable because everything was still new to you. Growing up changes the way time feels. Summers don't feel endless anymore, they feel short. Weeks blur together and months pass without you even realizing it. You stop looking forward to little things because your mind's always focused on the responsibilities or stress of what comes next. And eventually, life becomes routine. Wake up, go to school or work, come home, tired, sleep, do it all over again. The worst part is you usually don't even notice it happening. There's no final day of childhood where everything suddenly changes. You don't realize the last time you went outside to play with friends was the last time. You didn't realize that the last family movie night was the last one. Those moments just slowly disappear until one day you look back and realize they've been gone for years. And I think that's why nostalgia hurts so much. Not because the past was perfect, but because there were moments in it that you didn't know would matter so much later. Things that felt normal back then became memories you wish you could relive now. Do you ever look at your childhood and wonder, when did it all end? Maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe childhood doesn't really end at all. Maybe it just slowly fades into memories, becoming smaller and smaller as life keeps moving forward. Growing up hurts because it means change. It means losing people, losing time, losing versions of yourself you can never fully go back to. The games you used to play, the friends you used to see every day, the feeling of waking up during summer with absolutely nothing to worry about, all of it slowly slips away. And one day you look back and realize those were the moments that mattered most. And that might be what makes them so special in the first place. If childhood lasted forever, maybe we wouldn't treasure it the way we do now. Maybe the reason those memories feel so warm is because they were temporary. Even though growing up can feel exhausting and confusing, there's still something beautiful about it. You learn more about yourself, about other people, about life. You begin to understand the struggles your parents had, the pressure adults felt, and the fact that nobody truly has everything figured out. We're all just moving through life one day at a time. And even though time keeps moving forward, pieces of childhood stay with you. In the movies you still rewatch, the songs that remind you of old summers, the games that you go back to late at night just to feel something familiar again. Those pieces really never leave. Maybe growing up isn't about losing your childhood. Maybe it's about carrying it with you while learning how to move forward. Because at the end of the day, the kid you used to be is still inside you. And maybe they always will be.